this opportunity was presented to me, I couldn't say yes fast enough. So excited, humbled, appreciative to be here under the leadership of Coach Venables and the tremendous history, tradition that the University of Oklahoma is known for throughout the country. I've known Brent for about 10 years and certainly respected and admired him, but we've kind of been on different teams for most of those 10 years, but we're together last year at Clemson. And, he's a guy, again, that's a very strong leader, has a great track record, but I wanted to be with great people, and I am with him. He's a guy that is going to touch, obviously as the head coach, is going to touch every part of our program, every aspect of it, and do what he has to do to make this the absolute best experience he can for our players. And at the same time, his passion, his energy, but his commitment, because he knows what it's like to hand your kids off to somebody and the privilege and the responsibility that comes with it. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about being part of this staff, the group of men and women that he's assembled. And then excited and again, proud and humbled to be on the University of Oklahoma football staff. You look at all the great coaches, Hall of Fame coaches, from Bud Wilkinson to Barry Switzer to Bob Stoops, and you look at the Heisman Trophy winners, the national championships. But the thing that jumped off to me, because I've coached in a lot of big games, a lot of really good places, but the thing that jumped off to me about Oklahoma when I first pulled up to the stadium, because I'd never been here before. I've been to a lot of places, but never been here to Memorial Stadium, and saw 50 conference championships. And just as importantly as the great coaches and the great players, the great teams. And that certainly jumped out at me. And like I said, I understand the privilege and the responsibility that comes with that. And it's been a whirlwind since we've been here, but now we got some weather coming into Norman, so here we are. Like I said, I have so much respect for the coaches and the players that have come through here before where we are right now. And, wherever you go and whatever you do, and you want to make an impact and you want to leave it better than where you found it. And I'm certainly not critical of anything that's going on here. And at the same time, excited about the opportunity to try and make it better. And again, I know because of the history of Oklahoma and all the great, coaches, players, teams, tough-minded competitors that have built this place, there's a responsibility that goes with it, and one I'm ready to embrace. How passionate and driven he is, the energy that he brings, and how much he cares about those kids and pours into them, and the staff as well. It was a guy that gave it all he had every day, and that really jumps out. And in this business, I don't know if y'all's business is the same way, but you say you really don't know somebody until you've worked with them and been through the good times, the great times, and then some of the tough times. And seeing how he led the team through some of the tough times and kept it in balance, kept guys in check, and also drove them to continue to want to get better, to continue to improve. And that's some of the things that jumped out at me about Brent. I'd said hello to Coach Switzer and met him probably 8 years ago, and then he's been through here a couple of times. So it's certainly great when he comes around. He's obviously his reputation and what he's accomplished in this at Oklahoma and in his profession speak for itself. And then I've known Coach Stoops for 20-something years since he got to Florida, and we've reconnected, and it's been they've both been great, and actually was friends with are friends with Bud Wilkinson's son, Jay Wilkinson. So I guess if that's what you're looking for, there's three things right there. But yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Guys that have been through here that have had so much pride and have sweat equity. And then you talk about the Soul Mission. What a unique program that and part of our program that is, and how important and critical that it is as well. So you've got guys that have been here and been through here, understand this place, and again have tremendous pride because of the sweat equity that they've put in this place, and what the excellence that the University of Oklahoma represents. The number one word is aggressive and attack. I guess those are two words, aggressive and attack. And no matter what we're doing to do that, above all else, excuse me, then be multiple. You said the right word, extremely multiple, where, you can get into some 3-down structures, obviously 4-down structure, some 5-down structure, and, to continue on the attack, some, simulated blitzes, things of that nature. So you want to change the picture for the quarterback. Obviously, you've got to have the ability to stop the run, but, the multiplicity of being able to change the picture for the quarterback and attack at the same time. And it gets into conceptual learning where a lot of times you want to be able to teach guys in buckets and say, this is same as, where everything is not a new defense to them, where the fundamentals and the techniques of that particular defense are just like they are for another one. So you're not teaching, every defense is not a new call. It's just a technique bucket that they've got to get in and master, which then there can be comfort and confidence in that because they know they've mastered the techniques it takes to execute that particular assignment in that particular defense. But again, attack in everything we do, regardless of what the structure looks like. That's what we hang on. Because if you look at college football for the last 10 years, the amount of sacks and TFLs, it's not even close. Clemson has led the country in both of those categories in the last 10 years by a long stretch. And that's a combination of a lot of things, but certainly the mindset and the philosophy of the defense, excuse me, that Coach Venables instilled, and then players that are willing to do it, and then players that have ability that can execute that as well. So it's a combination of a lot of things, but it starts with the mentality. The number one word I would use is authentic. That's the number one word I would use to kind of describe the vibe, and then connected. I think it's authentic. I think it's connectivity, and it's open. We are what we are. We're proud of who we are. We're proud of what we represent, and we know that the opportunities here for the young men that are going to come here are going to be fantastic, as good or better than anywhere in the country from on every aspect. So from that standpoint, it was an authentic and a connected vibe, I guess, would be the two words that I would use first.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.